Hello friends, my name is Dalit Soni and you are watching News on Map World by Drishti IAS. In this episode, we'll be going through few locations which has been in news in last week. So we'll try to look up all these locations on the map and we'll try to solve some MCQs as well. So let's start with the practice question which was given to you in the previous lecture. Okay. So the question was, consider the following statement regarding the Strait of Hormuz. You must have heard about this strait. It has been in news for various reasons. Okay, when we talk about the area of Middle East countries, and when we talk about the West Asia, etc., these areas are quite prominent. Now coming to the statement, it separates the Arabian Peninsula from East Africa. Okay, and second statement is this connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman. You have to choose the correct statements. Now, if you want to know that which water body is connected to which one and how it is connected, the best thing is to do, you have to look at the map. When we see over here, you will be seeing this is the Strait of Hormuz over here. This small passage over here is called strait because strait is a passage which is actually connecting two different water bodies. Okay. Now here you will be seeing that there is this Persian Gulf, and then here if we talk about, this is your Gulf of Oman. Okay. Now why this was in news? Because recently you know that UAE's prince has visited India and the India-UAE relations has been in news, and because of which you know that the location of UAE is somewhere over here, and that is why this area was quite prominent and it was in the news. Now here you can see this is the Strait of Hormuz. If we zoom in over here, you can see this is the Persian Gulf. Okay, and this is your Gulf of Oman. Now this is your Strait of Hormuz. Okay, so that is one thing. Now coming to the statement again, you will be seeing Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman. Now this statement is correct. Now they are talking about one side we have Arabian Peninsula, second side we have East Africa. Now let's look back. Here you will be seeing that this is your Arabian Peninsula. Fine. Here if you look at, this is basically Iran, that is part of your Asia. Okay, and not Africa. Africa is somewhere over here down. Okay, down south if we see, that is basically your Africa. So that statement is incorrect because they are talking about Africa over here. That is not Africa, that is Asia. Okay, so we can say that first one is incorrect and second one is true, that is only B would be your right answer. Okay, now coming to the next part over here, they have zoomed in, this particular picture was zoomed in again. So here you can see this is part of your UAE and the Arabian Peninsula, this is Iran, and here you can see this is your Gulf of Oman over here, and this is your Persian Gulf, this is Strait of Hormuz. Okay, and there are certain other, you can say, ports. This Bandar Abbas port is quite prominent. Okay, so these are the areas which can be important for you to know that. Now the position of Qatar is quite interesting over here, so please keep a note on that as well. Now moving further, question number 1. Consider the following statement with reference to the Amazon rainforest. These are the large tropical rainforest located on the drainage basin of Amazon River and its tributaries in the northern South America. Okay, they are talking about the South American continent. They are saying that in the northern part we have this Amazon River basins, etc., and this is the area where we have Amazon rainforest, and these are the tropical rainforest. Okay, that is the statement 1. Second is, it is bordered by the Guiana Highlands in the north, Andes to the west, Brazilian Central Plateau to the south, and Atlantic Ocean to the east. Okay, so let's see. Amazons were in news recently because there are certain concerns with respect to the climate change, etc. Okay, and it was a report that 40% of these Amazon rainforests are basically unprotected. They are not having any kind of protection from the government bodies. Okay, so that is why it was in news. Now let's see. You can see this green portion over here, that is basically your Amazon rainforest. Okay, this is the area of your South American, you can say, continent, and here you can see in the north you will be finding North Atlantic Ocean over here. Here you can see this is your Brazilian Plateau which is there. Okay, other than that there are various, these are the areas of your Andes. Okay, so that is there. Other than that, in the northern side you will be seeing that there is Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana, all these are countries which are available over there. Okay, now when we talk about the expanse of this particular, you can say, rainforest, you can say there are countries like Bolivia, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana, and maximum extent or the maximum expanse of the Amazons are there in the Brazil. Okay, so please remember that. And there is this river system which you are seeing, that is basically Amazon river system, which is you can say kind of a lifeline when we are talking about this particular forest. Okay, now coming to the statements again, here you will be seeing These are the large tropical rainforest located on the drainage basin of Amazon river, which we have seen. This is true. Second, and its tributaries, and in the northern South American continent. Okay, so here you can see this is your South American continent altogether, and in the north side we have this particular rainforest. So this statement is correct. Moving further, it is bordered by the Guiana Highlands to the north. Here you can see we have Guiana Highlands somewhere over here in the north. Second is Andes to the west. We have seen that this is the part of your Andes. This is west. Then Brazilian Central Plateau to the south. Here you can see this is your plateau over here. Okay, and talking to the next one, that is the Atlantic Ocean to the east. Here you can see to the northeastern part, you can see that we have this Atlantic Ocean, North Atlantic Ocean, and this ocean is also your Atlantic Ocean. Okay, so I hope that is clear. In the east we have Atlantic Ocean. So now this statement is also true. You have to choose the correct statement. Option C would be your right answer, both 1 and 2. Moving further, question number 2. A man lives in a country on the Pacific Ocean coast of the South America, which is named after the equator, and its capital is Quito. The man wants to reach French Guiana by traveling along the coast and crossing a famous canal. What will be the correct order of the countries related to the coast encountered in this journey? Okay, now they are talking about a Pacific Ocean coast. Okay, we have seen that when we are talking about the Pacific Ocean coast of the South America, here you can see this is basically your South America, and this is Pacific Ocean, and this is your coast. They have said that second statement saying that it is named after equator. Okay, so we have Ecuador over here, that is named after equator, and then the capital is Quito. Okay, so they have asked you about the Quito as well. So this is the country where he is residing, or from where he will be starting. Okay, then we have to reach where? French Guiana. Condition is that we have to go through the coastline only. Okay, he have to follow the coast, and there is one important or famous you can say canal system which he wants to pass. Okay, so here we have Panama Canal as well. Okay, so what will be the route? First you will be starting from the Ecuador, then you will be going to the Colombia coast. Okay, then you will be crossing Panama over here, and then again to the Colombia coast over here. Then you will be entering Venezuela, then Guyana, Suriname, and then French Guiana. Okay, so that would be the course, that Ecuador, then Colombia, then your Panama, then Colombia, Venezuela, and then here you can see we have Guyana and Suriname. Now coming to the question again, here you will be seeing that Colombia, Venezuela directly. No, we have to go through the Panama, so this is incorrect. Now Colombia, then Panama, then again Colombia coast, then Venezuela, Guyana and Suriname. Now this option is seem to be correct. Option B would be your right answer. Again they are talking about the equator over here. So there are certain countries which are on which or from which this equator is passing. So here you can see we have Ecuador, then we have Colombia, then here you can say we have Brazil. Then when we are talking about the African continent, here we have this small you can say country, that is Sao Tome and Principe, then Gabon, here we can say Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda, Somalia, Kenya. This is Kenya. Then Maldives is the country from which equator is passing. Then here we have Indonesia, and there is Kiribati Island. Okay, so these are the countries from which equator is passing. So you can keep a tab on that, or you can directly take a screenshot for your revision. Okay, anyway, moving further, we have talked about this particular area over here. We will start from the Ecuador, then Colombia, then Panama, then again Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. We have talked about this particular thing. When we talk about this area of Peru, then we have Chile, we have Argentina, all these area. When we talk about the Bolivia, Chile and Argentina, this is your ABC triangle. Okay, and this is also known as the lithium triangle. Okay, so please keep a note on that, because that is the largest reserve of you can say lithium in the world. Okay, anyways, moving further to the next question. Consider the following statement with reference to the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, that is SCO. Iran is the 9th member country of the SCO. All SCO member countries share their borders with some other SCO members. India assumed membership of SCO in year 2017 during the Astana summit. You have to choose the correct statement. Talking about the first one, Iran is the 9th member. This is correct, because recently they have joined, Iran has joined in 2023. Okay, after that the latest one is 10th one, that is Belarus. Okay, that joined in 2024. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Iran is the 9th member, and right now total SCO is having total 10 members. Okay, so first statement is correct. Second, all SCO member countries share their borders with some other SCO members. This was the case before Belarus joining the, you can say, membership. Over here in this map over here you can see that most of the SCO members are over here and they are having some kind of boundary with each other. When we talk about Belarus over here, you can see that there is a gap. Okay, so direct land boundary is not there, so that is why we can say that statement 2 is not correct. Okay, then coming to the third one, India assumed membership of SCO in the year 2017 during the Astana summit. This is totally correct. India and Pakistan assumed their membership in Astana summit, that is 2017. Okay, so 1 and 3 is correct. Option B would be your right answer over here. Now here you can see in this particular map you will be finding that it is kind of a regional organization. Okay, Russia is the member, China is also the member, and when we talk about India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, etc. Sorry, not Afghanistan, Iran, and till recently we have actually joined Iran and then Belarus as well. Okay, so this is the expanse of the SCO. You can go through these countries, and when we talk about these, you can say pink ones over here, these are dialogue partners. Okay, if you can see this light blue over here, these are the observers. Okay, so that is about the SCO. Moving further, question number 4, consider the following statement with reference to the Japan. It is an island country located in the Pacific Ocean. Kuril and the Sakhalin Islands are disputed islands between Japan and Russia. You have to choose the statement which are true. Now looking at the statement 1, that is, it is an island country which is located in the Pacific Ocean. Now looking at the map here, you will be finding that in the world map here we have this island country, which is basically, this is when we talk about Japan, Japan is a group of islands. Okay, so that is in the Pacific Ocean, and it is statement 1 is correct. Okay, now second statement, if we see, Kuril and the Sakhalin Islands are disputed islands between Japan and Russia. Okay, so you must have heard about the Kuril Island because it was discussed earlier as well. But when we are talking about the Sakhalin Island, that is also located in the Sea of Japan over here. Okay, now this is Russia. It is having somewhere over here. This is Russia and this is basically your Japan. Okay, now if we talk about the specific you can say islands here, you can say these group of islands here are basically your Kuril Islands, and here this island group over here, that is basically your Sakhalin. Okay, and with in north to that we have Sea of Okhotsk, and south to that we have Sea of Japan. Okay, so please remember that, and these two islands are basically disputed between Japan and you can say Russia over here. Okay, I hope that is clear. Coming to the statements again, here this is island country located in Pacific Ocean, correct. Kuril and Sakhalin are the islands which are disputed between Japan and Russia. This is also correct. Option C would be your right answer over here. Okay, moving further, question number 5. Zhaden, which was in the news recently, is a major field of which country? Okay, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran and Iraq. Zhaden, if you must have heard about the Chabahar project. Okay, and after that Chabahar project is the project from where India will have a connectivity to the Afghanistan as well. Okay, so meanwhile you will have by roadways and railways, you will be finding that Zhaden is an important area in that. So when we talk about the location of Zhaden, that is basically in Iran. Okay, option C is your right answer. Here you can see in this particular map that we have Pakistan over here, then we have Afghanistan, and then this is Iran, and in Iran we have Zhaden. Okay, so when we are talking about this particular location over here, this is important because after you can say strain in the relations with Pakistan, if we want to access Afghanistan, you have to take either the sea route or you can say air route, but we cannot use Pakistani airspace or the Pakistani land route. Okay, that is why India has found another route to this Chabahar project, and then from Chabahar we will have a project which is linking us to Afghanistan. In the further slide here you can see, from you can say our Kandla port, we will have a maritime route to the Chabahar and then Zahedan, and from that Zaran and then to Kabul. Okay, so that is important route when we are talking about India and Afghanistan and India and Iran you can say relations. Okay, so option C would be your right answer, that is Iran. Okay, moving further, question number 6. Consider the following statement with reference to Papua New Guinea and choose the correct statement. This country is located north of the Australia and separated from the Australia by the Cook Strait. Okay, now when we are talking about the you can say it is located north of Australia. Now this is correct. Okay, here you can see in this particular map, when we talk about the you can say Papua New Guinea, this is basically a New Guinea, and then we have Papua New Guinea. Okay, so this particular Gulf of Papua is over here, and this is the Torres Strait, which is basically separating Australia from the Papua New Guinea. Now here you can see that this is your Australia, this is your Torres Strait, and then we are talking about the New Guinea. Okay, here you can see again. So Australia is in the north, I mean this country of Papua New Guinea is in north to the Australia, that is there. Here you can see this is Australia, and in the north we have this country. And when we are talking about the, you can say it is separated from the Australia by the Cook Strait. Now this is incorrect because it is separated by the Torres Strait. Okay, Torres Strait. So that statement becomes incorrect. Now second is its highest mountain peak is �𝐾𝐒 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐥𝐢𝐻. Okay, when we are talking about this particular peak, that is located in Indonesia. Okay, so it is not in Papua New Guinea, so this is also incorrect. Here if we are looking at this map, here you can see there we have this particular you can say this peak. Since it is a physical map, you won't be able to identify the boundaries, but this is basically in Indonesia. Okay, now moving further, statement 3 or option C, its capital is Port Moresby, which shared coastline with the Solomon Sea on one side and the Coral Sea on the other side. Okay, so this is, yes, this is the capital, but you can see here if we talk about, so capital is somewhere over here, and this side we have Coral Sea, but it does not have any direct link with the Solomon Sea. Okay, so that statement is also, you can say, incorrect because it is not having any kind of link with the Solomon Sea directly. Now the Gulf of Papua is located in its southeastern part, which is the water of the Coral Sea meets. Okay, where the water of the Coral Sea meets. Okay, now here you will be seeing this is your Gulf of Papua, and you can see to the this particular country, and in the southeast we have, if we look at this, this is your north, this is your east, this is your south. So in the southeast we have this Gulf of Papua. Okay, and the water ultimately it is meeting with your Coral Sea. Waters of the Coral Sea are meeting over here. Okay, so option D is your correct answer over here because this is the only statement which is true. Okay, moving further to the question number 7. Consider the following statement with reference to Malaysia. The country is made up of two islands, Semenanjung, located on the Malaysia's Borneo Island, and Malaysia Timur on the Malay Peninsula. Okay, so there is no comma over here, that is Malaysia Timur. Okay, now if we are talking about the first statement, it seems that there is something wrong because they have interchanged it. Okay, so here you can see in this particular map, if we talk about, so this is your Malay Peninsula. So Semenanjung, Malaysia, this is in the Malay Peninsula, and when we are talking about the Malaysia Timur, that is basically in the Borneo Island. Okay, so they have actually interchanged it, that is why this statement is incorrect. Now the country is located completely south of the equator. Okay, now if you see in this particular you can say map over here, now this is your equator and country is located north of the equator. Okay, so again we will be seeing that statement 2 is also incorrect. Option D would be your right answer over here. Okay, I hope that is clear. Now moving further, last part, that is basically your practice question. Which of the following countries does not share its border with Kosovo? Options or you can say the countries given are Serbia, Bulgaria, Albania, Montenegro, Greece and Romania. So you have to choose the options which are given over here. You have to choose the correct option. You have to make sure that the countries are not having the shared border with, you can say, Kosovo. Okay, so with that I would like to take your leave. I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, have a good day. Thank you, and if you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. Bye.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.